So if you guys have been watching this channel for a while, you will know that I am a huge fan of mindset, especially when used in conjunction with the art of manifestation. So today I wanted to make a little video for you guys explaining how mindset can really help to jumpstart your manifestation process. And I'm going to share with you guys 4 tips that will really help you get started. So if you want to find out how to make over your mindset so you can attract your desires, then be sure to keep watching. Welcome back, guys. My name is Jen. If you don't know me, I am a life coach and law of attraction teacher, and this is my YouTube channel where I upload 2 new videos for you guys every week, all about the art of mindset and manifestation. So if you are interested in manifesting your best life ever, then be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So as I said at the beginning of the video, today we are going to talk about mindset and how important that is for manifestation. So I do talk a lot on this channel about mindset and manifestation, but I'm just going to give you a quick little overview in case you are new here or you haven't heard this information before. But manifestation is really the art of attracting things into our life by becoming a vibrational match for them. So like attracts like. So when you think a certain way, then you can start to attract certain things into your life, right? And that's the very simplified explanation. However, the issue that most of us face is that our conscious brain, thinking about what our conscious brain wants, that's one thing. That's super easy. Like everybody can get that. But we also have a huge part of our brain that we don't usually pay attention to, and that is your subconscious brain. Of course, your subconscious brain is subconscious for a reason, and there's going to be things happening in there that maybe you're never aware of. But the more attention that you can give to what's happening in your mind, and the more knowledge you have about how your brain works, the more control you have over the whole thing, which means it brings you all into alignment. So I called my blog The Align Life because alignment is, I think, the key to manifestation. It's when you can get your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, your actions, your words, everything in line with your goals. That is when you actually start to achieve them. Most of the time, we subconsciously shoot ourselves in the foot. We self-sabotage. We say we want one thing and then we act like we want something else entirely. And that isn't exactly why it is so difficult to manifest, because manifestation is about energy, and your energy is about more than your conscious thoughts. It's about your actions. It's about your words. It's about what you're really doing. And sometimes you have to become brutally honest with yourself to understand what's actually happening inside here. So today I wanted to make a short video to share with you guys 4 pointers to help you get started on your personal mindset journey. So with all of that being said, let's dive into the first one. So tip number 1 for you guys today is just the reminder that you're the boss. So your brain is your machine. It is you. And sometimes it might seem like it is wildly out of your control. We always have this voice in our head that is going and going and going all the time. And it sometimes seems like we don't have control over that. But I wanted to give you this tip, first of all, to remind you that you do have control. It might seem like there's a lot of chaos and a lot of noise and a lot of things happening in your brain that maybe you aren't trying to think or that you'd rather not think. But at the end of the day, you have control. You have so much control over what you think. But most of the time, the things that are happening in your mind are just old patterns. They're like old thinking habits. But just because they're habits, that doesn't mean that you have to keep thinking them. It can take time and effort, but you can always get control back. So I just wanted to make this point clear before we dive any further, because I know a lot of people feel overwhelmed by the thoughts that are happening in their brain, but it really is up to you to decide that you can do this, that you have control, and that you can make a conscious effort to manage what's happening in your own mind. Concept number 2 for managing your mindset is to understand that every single thought is just a belief. So I know this one trips people up because we all want to be right all the time. We all think we look at the world in a perfectly objective way, and we think that the stories that we're telling and the identity that we've created for ourselves and all of these things are perfectly reasonable and rational. But I just want to remind you that we all look at the world through a filter, and we have all created stories and beliefs and identities based on what has happened to us. However, going back to the first point, you are still the one in control. You are the one writing the program. So your beliefs about the way the world works, your stories about who you are and about the world, those all really matter, and those are all in your control. They're all just beliefs at the end of the day, and beliefs can be changed. Once you open yourself up to this idea, you'll understand how important it is. I know at first people fight this because they just really, really want to be right, but you have to leave the door open to being wrong in order to understand that maybe there is a better way. Maybe there's a better story to tell. Maybe there's a better belief to hold. Maybe there's a better identity to take on. If you continue to try to be right and to hold on to what you have, you are just going to keep creating what you've already known. So if it's time for you to break free and to manifest something new, you have to lose these attachments to all of these old concepts that you have been carrying around forever. But again, you are the one in control, and you get to decide on what you want to believe in. Which leads me to my third point. You are now an autonomous adult, and this is your life, and you get to create whatever you want. But that means you also need to go in and look at what's happening in your brain and look for the things that aren't serving you. So by the time we become adults, we have all picked up a lot of junk, a lot of mental mumbo jumbo, as I call it, that we have turned into beliefs that end up ruling our life. However, not all of those things are beneficial for us, and they are definitely not conducive to living the kind of life we really want or becoming the kind of person we want to be. So if you really are serious about manifesting something amazing for yourself, you also need to go into your brain and to look for the things that are subconsciously tripping you up and getting in your way, and start to get rid of them. These are thoughts that you have, again, believed in your whole entire life, but if they're not serving you, if they're not doing the work, if they're not propelling you forward, then it might be time to clean house and Marie Kondo your own mind. This is way easier than it sounds, you guys. I did another video about this. I'll leave a link in the description box below. But this is just part of being a conscious creator. You cannot be a conscious creator if you're living out these beliefs and ideas and programs that came from other people. So you have to also, be willing to clean house and be willing to throw some of these things away. Otherwise, you are still always going to be living with the remnants of your past. And my fourth and final tip for you guys today is to simply be conscious of what you keep. So we already kind of touched on this a few times, but you are an autonomous adult, and this is your life, and you get to decide on what you want to build. You get to decide on what you want to believe in, and you get to decide on who you want to be. So really get excited about that, because this is where it all begins. If you take a look around the room that you're sitting in right now and look at everything that is man-made, like this, like your phone, like whatever, these are all things that were just an idea in somebody's mind. So please don't underestimate how important your brain is to the process. Your brain is where beautiful things in the world are generated from. So you need to be aware of that. You need to dream big, and you need to have the right belief structure to allow those ideas to come out and blossom into the world. If you are busy telling yourself no, if you're busy living in fear, all that stuff that is up here and that could be a beautiful thing in the world is never going to see the light of day. So it's time to be conscious of what you keep, and be conscious of the things that you choose to believe in, and be conscious of the stories you tell, and be conscious of the identity that you create. These are all your creations, and you are creating your life. So get excited. Start taking advantage of that. Don't underestimate your own power, because you really have so much more power than you have been led to believe. So that's it for today's video. I hope these 4 tips really helped you to shift and to understand just how important mindset is to the process of expanding your life. If you loved this topic, I am so excited to share with you guys that I have a brand new training out for you. It's called the Master Your Mindset Masterclass, and we're going to go into all of this stuff for about an hour. I'm going to give you a workbook and some meditations, and all of this stuff will really help you to get a handle on what's happening in here. And once you get a handle on what's happening in here, it's going to be so much easier for you to create what you want outside of yourself, out in the real world, right? So this stuff is really key, and anyone can do it. So if you're interested, like I said, come on over and check out the training. I'll leave a link in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a like. If you know someone that could use this information, do me a huge favor and pass it along to them. I would really love your support that way. I'll be back here soon in the next video. So until then, I'm wishing you an amazing week. Please be empowered to go out there and start managing your mindset. Anyone can do this, and the information I've given you today will really help you to get started on that. So thank you guys again for watching. I hope you have a beautiful week. And as always, just remember, get ready for the miracle.